Just beating the play clock. Smith. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 and enemy territory. The Kansas City first. Smith finding his fellow Pro Bowler Kelce. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. On the toss, there goes Wentz. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
On the carry, it's Cook. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They face a set start things out. They run it again with Cook. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. I'm no offensive mastermind, but of all the guys on the field to block, you might want to stop him.
Look, I've got a very simple rule. An unblocked defender is usually your best defender, and he ended up making the play there.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working out of the gun, Bradford. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
Yeah, if you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Well, we got to make a big pivot because we got a second. We said we wanted to get this in to talk about Kareem Hunt and what he has done, Charles. From off the radar to almost 9 yards per carry, he's been sensational.
Maybe he should change his uniform number from 27 to 1 for all the firsts that he's putting up here as a rookie year. All right, first rookie since Matt Forte.
This is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 73 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try to play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
3rd and long for Bradford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a KC touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. Again, it's Cook. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
An extra DB here for the Chiefs on 3rd down.
Pass situation.
Off the play fake to Cook, here's Bradford. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at the 20. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And it is now 21-0. Butker now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Throwing, Bradford, and Rudolph has it, the tight end. Bradford finding Rudolph there for a Viking first.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to, pick up a first down.
First down, Bradford. He's got Floyd out left. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
To throw is Bradford. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a third down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll run it now out of the gun. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Vikings on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Bradford. Completes it over the middle to Floyd. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll indeed go for it. It's Bradford. And he's able to find Diggs. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 12 yards is the pickup there. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Cook getting the handoff for Bradford. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Now a 2nd down throw for Bradford. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Justin Houston coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. In search of something here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Bradford getting his guys ready. From the gun, Bradford under pressure again, and down he goes again. Chris Jones in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So it'll be first down here after the run. On the ground, it's West again. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
This is West. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We're back now in KC. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll run it with West. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down. It keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Linval Joseph. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. So on 4th down, Andy Reid decides to send in the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And the kick by Butker is good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
That's fielded in the end zone. And now out comes Minnesota. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Chris Jones able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Second down, Bradford. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Call it a gain of 3. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Bradford on 1st down. And the pressure gets to Bradford, and down he goes. Allen Bailey. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Now Bradford on 2nd down. And he's going to go down again. Allen Bailey in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both 1st and 2nd down. In search of something here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Bradford getting his guys ready. From the gun, Bradford. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here. And now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. Now West. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Smith going to throw it out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it. And you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
And And this one is right through. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
There's pride on the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
Now a desk looking for Floyd, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety here, Ron Parker. The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt, the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column, too.